All right, welcome back, everybody. We're a day late on this. I know. Sorry about that. It's currently Tuesday, March 28th. Episode 9, I think, is what we're on now. Glad to have the boys back. It's good to talk to them. It's been a little over a week. Kyle had some stuff to take care of yesterday, so we had to postpone it today. No big deal there. Always got to make accommodations, and that's okay.
Damn, that's you
Not
kind
in
of
a not in a bad way.
Yeah,
Not in a
yeah, I was
bad
gonna
way.
say,
Right
I
under
yeah.
the bus.
I meant
I
saying
feel
like
like a
making
burden right now.
I meant
Like a
saying like
burden.
making accommodations isn't a problem.
Just
That's
let me know
really
how
what
you
I was.
feel, Colton. I
Whoa.
mean, Jesus.
I mean, it's not really what I was trying to say. I was literally just saying I have no issues making
It's
accommodations.
okay.
It
I'll
came out
forgive
the
you.
wrong way.
I'll forgive you.
Okay, I really don't.
Before I come over there to Louisiana and rip that chain off your neck.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Okay.
so you fucking
Not
try.
cool, bro.
Michael Crabtree, your ass.
Anyway,
Or
okay.
keep to leave you, whoever it
Yeah,
was.
keep to leave. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so how have y'all been this last week? Nick, how have you been, man?
I'm pretty good, man. Not much, just work. Working home, just hanging out. Yeah, that's
Nice.
it. Not much, man. What
Nice.
about you, man? How are you?
I'm living the dream every day. Work, school, work out. Get to probably talk to some pro scouts tomorrow. Hopefully, get my name out there potentially for an NFL job in the future. Yeah, I hit a new PR on bench tonight, so I was pretty happy with that. I can now bench more than I weigh, so pretty happy about that.
Nice.
Um,
That's hot.
what else? Got to see my parents this past weekend. That was cool. I hadn't seen them in a while. It's always good to came down Thursday, didn't leave till Monday. It's always good to have them down. Yeah. So another day
Dude,
in
you know what you
paradise.
should do for those scouts? You should bring fireball
Please,
shooters.
oh my God. Okay,
It's
Jacob, how you
good.
been?
Come on, you're a good time, and you're a good scout. Come on, it's a win-win,
I agree.
dude. Yeah, I think you should.
Jesus Christ. All right. Jacob, how about you, man? How you been?
Chilling, honestly. Just like y'all, kind of same old, same old. Nothing spectacular going on. Have Jazz kind of suck right now. UT got bounced. So outside of the sports world, kind of normal, but in the sports world, kind of dookie.
You running any tournaments over there?
Hmm?
You running any tournaments over there?
No tournaments right now. We just have some leagues going on, so not quite tournaments yet. Give it like 5 weeks or so, yeah. But no, I mean pretty basic. Bunch of stuff opening up, so it's like the kind of crazy. Everybody has no clue what they're doing, and then give it a week or two, and now we'll be chilling. But a little crazy, but nothing spectacular, I would say.
Dope.
I'm assuming you are you got some patience rubbing out some knots and
Oh, actually, well, it just made me thought of a story that happened today, but I'll get to that in a minute. But now my week's been okay. It's definitely slowed down over the past couple weeks. I had my sister's wedding, like I mentioned last podcast, and then I had a family reunion last podcast too. So we finally got back to normal this week a little bit with getting back to work, and then getting a nice chill weekend just to kind of just hang out and take time for myself and Jazz just to kind of hang out and be together. But staying busy with work. I finished my internship next week, so hopefully the week after that, we're still in talks about a job, getting everything kind of squared away, started, paperwork, all that kind of good stuff. So looking forward to kind of getting that started. But my story actually was today. So I have a 93-year-old patient that's suffering from balance issues, and so working through some of the balance stuff, some of her exercise programs, and like I said, she's older, so I was asking her, just making sure she's okay. So I'm like, hey, like you're doing all right? Like you need a break? Are you tired or anything? And she was like, well, I'm okay. I'm tired, but I got to do it. And I was like, well, if you're too tired or whatever, we can just take a break. We can call it here or whatever. She's like, well, you're in charge. And I was like, I mean, not really, but I just follow the doctor who I'm with or whatever. And she is like, you're the BMFIC. And I was like, BMFIC? And she's like, yeah. And then she just decides to yell out loud, you're the big motherfucker in charge. And I was like, oh shit, in front of the whole clinic. And I'm like, oh, I was just like, everybody looks at us. And I'm just putting my head down. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to say that, but like, I'm not, but appreciate it. But she got a good laugh out of that. But no, everything's been good, man. I'm just excited to keep things rolling.
It'd be nice
What?
to be an old person with 0 fucks.
I don't think she meant it a bad way. She's like, she doesn't hear very well at all. I just don't know what decided to make her scream at that moment. Because we were perfectly fine right here, and then she just decided,
She
big
just wanted
motherfucker in
everybody.
charge.
She just wanted everybody to know that you're that fucking guy.
I
and you're the
guess I'm
motherfucker.
Himothy.
Himmy
But
Neutron.
I don't know. She just yelled it out, and I got a lot of eyes staring at me, like the clinic director and all that. And I'm just cool.
Dude,
Nice, man. Hell yeah.
that's funny.
Gotta love old people, man. Speaking of
That's
balance issues, my dad fucking fell walking up some stairs and he fucked up his knee really bad. So I think
Damn.
he needs to go see you for some balance issues.
Send them my
'cause
way, man.
That dude he'd be scaring the shit out of me sometimes, man.
As long as he doesn't yell stuff like that, I think we'll be okay.
Well, no promises.
No
Let's hope.
promises. Yeah.
But yeah. So Jacob brought this up earlier, but March Madness been going on. Unfortunately, UT got bounced on Sunday. Definitely not a good look, not ideal, but it is what it is. I think this is probably the wildest March Madness that I have ever seen. Like this has got to be one of like the greatest tournaments of all time. Like no doubt in my mind. No one seed advanced to the Elite Eight. First time that's ever happened. And now no seed above a 3 seed is in the Final Four. That has never happened. I mean, you got a 9 seed, there's a 2 5 seeds and a 4. Like
Yep.
it's the best tournament of all time. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm except for Sunday, that sucked. But I've been loving it so far. It's been so much fun. But yeah, I mean, I'll just leave this as a little note. This is by no means blaming the refs for anything. Last year, whenever Texas got bounced in the round of 32 by Purdue, Purdue shot 46 free throws. UT shot 12. When they got bounced this past weekend, Miami shot 32 free throws and Texas shot 15. So do with that information what you will. I'm not blaming anybody for the loss, but the last 2 losses, I don't know. I mean, it's a little obvious.
And the
But,
call at the end, bro, that was bullshit.
Do what?
The call at the end,
Oh yeah, I mean,
that was bullshit.
apparently boxing out is illegal now. You can't box out. Miami did not score a field goal for the last like 5 minutes of the game, and they went on for the last 13 minutes of the game. They went on a 37-17 run. In the last 5 minutes, they didn't even shoot. They did not make a field goal. They literally just shot free throws the last 5 minutes.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Mhm.
I mean, Texas had 18 fouls in the second half. I mean, everything that they did in the first half, no, it was cool, not a foul. Same exact thing in the second half, it's a foul. I mean, come on, at least be consistent. Like I said, you got to be able to. You got to be able to win. You got to be able to shoot and actually score. So,
Yep, and not allow a double-digit lead to dwindle. But
yep, absolutely. But when you can't make a shot and all they do is shoot free throws, it's gonna be difficult to win.
Hey, and Rodney Terry, man, he's the coach now. I like that hire.
5
I do
years,
too.
right? If I'm not mistaken.
5 years, 15 million.
Dude,
I I think, I mean, the whole deal, like during the tournament, was, oh, well, this and this. Why isn't Texas hiring him? Why isn't Texas hiring him? I think it's a good thing that they waited until after their tournament run was over because that was like the last thing they needed was another distraction. Like to hire him in the middle of the run to kind of take away from what the team was doing to kind of put it on him. Like, I think it was a good thing that they waited. And I wasn't like, as soon as they made it to the Sweet 16, that was when it was like, yeah, he's gonna be the next head coach. Like he can lose right here. He's still gonna be the next head coach. Because I mean, he legit. I mean, we made it to the Elite Eight. I haven't done that since 2008. Like that's you got to hire the guy. I mean,
Maybe they should have
I'm-
done it to create some headlines because that team had headlines around them all season and still somehow made it to the Elite Eight. Maybe that would have
if you would
given
have
them the
told me,
little push, you know?
yeah, if you would have told me that Texas would have made the Elite Eight in the first game back when they played Rice after Chris Beard got suspended, I would have laughed and said, "Give me that any day of the week." So I'm not at all upset that we lost. I mean, he managed to keep the ship afloat, second in the Big 12, won the Big 12 tournament, and then made it to the Elite Eight. I mean, that's the best season Texas legitimately had in 15 years. I mean, that first game back versus Rice, they were 23-point favorites. They were losing until the final minute and ended up winning by, I think, 2. So, like, the adversity that team is, like, overcome and everything, I mean, I couldn't be more
Mhm.
proud. I mean,
And they beat
So
Penn State.
yeah, no, which is really hard
okay,
to do.
buddy. Okay, buddy. Relax. uh so my question for that, staying on the Texas is how much of that do we put or do you guys put, because I really don't have a say, I kind of just have my own thoughts of how Texas's season turned out on Terry, right? So you come into the season, Chris Beard is an amazing coach. He has his system set. I don't know how long Terry's been there either, so I just want to just pick your guys' brains and see what you guys think. Maybe Terry has his own. Let's just say he has his own. Right, he has a different offense he wants to run. He has a different type of defense he wants to run, but he can't change that in the middle of the season, especially being an interim head coach. So you got to stay with what's already working. And so your job really is only to bring those players just together. So how much of credit do you give him for Texas's success making it to the Elite Eight when everything you could say was already kind of set in place for him just to kind of just get the locker room back together?
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I mean the team is a very veteran team too. Like Serge Barry Rice is a senior, Timmy Allen's a senior, D'Souza is a redshirt junior. Like the team has a lot of like seniority on it and leadership. So I mean it would be wrong to say that all he did was just take over Beard's team and get to the Elite Eight, but it definitely helped that it wasn't like just a full like young team. Like I mean I don't know. I mean, I got to give credit where it's due. I can't speak on what happened in the locker room, what kind of things he had to implement. I think he did a great job and he definitely deserved to be hired. And I'm glad Texas did the right thing. What about you guys?
I agree. I don't know. I think a lot of it did stem on the fact that, or stem from the fact that so much of the team was just like a veteran presence. Kind of like what Colton said. If you have a young locker room, it might be a little tougher to get all those guys bought in once the head coach gets, suspended for his actions. It would have been one thing if it was cheating or paid some recruit at some point, but he did a thing that many people are told to, or taught as a young man not to do. Um, but yeah, no, I think you can't, just like Colin said, you can't take that away from him. I mean, he was given the situation, but hopefully they got some. Seems like UT's a good landing spot for some other, um, you know, older players. Hopefully, get some splashes in the transfer portal. Oh,
Yeah. And he was able to keep 2 top 15 players in America committed and
yep.
signed. That's still a really good job. And Ron Holland, I think he's number 6 or 7 player in the nation, depending on what site you look at. He's already a projected top 10 pick in the 2024 NFL draft, or NFL NBA draft. he's projected right now to go 7th overall in the 24 NBA draft, and he hasn't played a single minute of college. I mean, keeping a kid like that, like the best power forward in the nation, being able to keep him signed, and then one of the best point guards signed. I mean, that's just a remarkable job of what he's done. And I mean, that team. I mean, depending on who all comes back, this team is going to be stacked again next year. And I mean, you're going to see. I mean, you'll just be able to see how good of a how good of a coach he is next year. Because I mean, he's going to have a hopefully. Just I think Dessou will probably come back. I mean, I don't think Timmy or Serge Jabari Rice will be able to come back, and that kind of sucks. But this team's still going to be pretty damn good next year. And you know, he's done a great job keeping the ship afloat, and we'll get to see what he does over the full season next year.
Yep.
What about you, Nick? What you got any thoughts on the situation? I know we've been kind of talking for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing you guys said, basically. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I didn't even know his name until March Madness, and like his name got brought up. I didn't really know his name. So good for him. He's a good coach. Brought us to Elite Eight. I don't know about the other, all the other shit, but good for him, man. I like him. So yeah, man. But
I will say though, me and Nick watched the Sweet 16 game against
Penn State.
no, it wasn't Penn State.
No,
Sweet 16 was Xavier.
Yeah, we watched the Xavier game, and that almost felt like one of those like Destiny games, hitting like Marcus Carr had like that weird like running floater 3-pointer. I think Timmy hit like a half court shot, and it was like, okay, we're definitely not losing this game. And in the back of my mind, I was like, this feels like one of those like borderline documentaries right now. I'm watching it unfold. I'm like, okay, it can't happen. We got to that lead, and then then the rest of the game unfolded. So kind of brutal.
I mean, it definitely, that game against Miami, man, it definitely hurts. I mean, Miami has a lot of good. I mean, they're a great team. They got a good coach too. I mean, all the credit to them. They played great. They scored 88 points, which is unheard of on Texas defense. I mean, it is what it is. A L's a L. I will take my L any day of the week. But, just kind of wish it would have ended a little bit differently, because this was probably Texas' easiest path to a title, and they still have never won the title in college, or in college basketball. I mean to say. So yeah.
Dude, wait. So who do you guys have winning it now since Final
UConn.
Four? UConn?
UConn.
Really?
Yeah,
I want
UConn.
San Diego State to win it.
I want San Diego State to win it. I really want FAU to win
Who do
it.
I think? Yeah. If it's who do I want, honestly, I'd give me Miami, because that way we can say we lost to the national champions. But
I don't like that.
I think
way of thinking.
UConn. I think UConn is probably going to take it.
The way they played against Gonzaga,
I mean,
when Gonzaga was probably like the pick to win the championship from then on, knowing who else was also made it, and to get blown out by 40.
Sit the fuck down. Sorry.
Anyway, to beat a team like that by 30 plus is crazy. So I don't think anybody would probably beat UConn, but I would love to see FAU or even San Diego State win it. Not Miami. I don't care for Miami.
Me neither.
From Austin, and you went to A&M. That's what you fucking get. Sit the fuck down.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think I'm cool with anybody. I don't really care as long as I don't like Miami. Fuck Miami. As long as Miami doesn't win, I don't care.
I wonder if that's like I guess how did you say that? Like popular opinion that not many people like Miami.
Yeah, I don't
guess.
necessarily like Miami.
I don't care for them in anything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's with like a lot of big schools, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say one
Like,
thing though.
imagine-
What are you gonna say?
Sorry, go ahead.
You
No,
got it?
my bad. You go ahead. No, you go. Go.
I was gonna change the topic kind of, so you got it.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, like, imagine like if FAU actually won it. Like that'd be cool.
Nine seed
I like
That'd be
to
dope.
go
A
all-
9 seed.
Might be the
That's what I'm
highest
saying,
seed
like-
ever to win it, huh?
That'd be sick as hell. Like it's better than
Oh, yeah.
winning it.
Would be the
Kinda
first
sick.
9 seed. The Kimball Walker led UConn Huskies won as a 9 seed. Couple years back.
He couldn't quite lead some other teams to it, but
Would they have been a 9 seed? Because whenever I was doing some research on this, it says FAU team to advance to the Final Four as a 9 seed since
maybe
1985.
maybe they were an 8. I think they were an 8 seed.
Um,
My bad. Let me
Okay.
go look.
Either way.
Just had to fact check you a little bit because I do
Yeah,
research.
listen.
Hey, but in the so I don't remember who Miami played in the Sweet 16, but that was a close game if I'm not mistaken. And the one thing that was kind of interesting to see is they were showing the coach. I don't know if y'all saw the clip, but they were showing their coach. They're like, yeah, he's a I can't remember the way they're wording it. Saying but basically he's been in a lot of close games and he has like great composure as a coach. But like I don't know if it's because he's old or what, but they were showing him and he was going to drink some water. He's like putting the cup up to his mouth and his hands were just shaking. It was like that just looks like it doesn't make sense. I hope it's not because he has something, some sort of affliction or disease or whatever. But I feel
Never mind.
pretty bad.
They
but-
were a 3. They were a 3 seed. Sorry. I don't know where I got the 8 seed from.
It's okay. Sorry.
Come
I'll forgive it.
on now.
All is forgiven.
I'll admit when I'm wrong. I mean, something.
All this. So would you guys rather have a final so Colton saying this is one of the greatest tournaments he's seen, but in my opinion, I can't give you a specific, year or whatever, but I would imagine even though they maybe higher seeds made it in the past, like a one, maybe all 4 ones have made it, or a 1 seed and 2 seeds, mixed in there. Would you rather it be something like this where, maybe it's the underdog story that makes it so great, or the 1 seeds kind of just having like the one year with like Villanova and whoever else the other team was where they hit the game winning 3, like these exciting, really good teams go at it.
I think as long as it's a close game, as long as like if the remaining 3 games are close, I don't care who's playing in it. Honestly, if there's a buzzer beater every single game, I don't care who's in it. It would just really suck if let's say FAU ends up playing, in the championship and then they get blown out. That would just suck. I mean, nobody wants to see that. And then in the championship game, I don't know. That would just suck, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm on the same reason as you, Jacob. I just want a good close game. I don't care who, it could be a 1 seed, it could be a 16 seed. I don't care as long as it's close. But have you guys noticed in recent years it's like more and more lower seeds can have been doing more runs? Like more recent, Do you think that'll start
playing field? It feels like.
Yeah, do you think that it'll stay like that, or do you think it'll go back to the top seeds usually will go, or do you guys think it'll stay like this, random? You really don't know who's gonna win it.
I mean, it's somewhat of a bad example just because I know last season it was like all blue bloods in the Final Four. I can't say previous to that, but I think it's gonna be similar to this. Maybe not running as deep, but I love upsets.
All the recent upsets between a 16 seed and a 1 seed have been in the last 5 years or something, right?
Because
Only
there's only
been
been 2.
2. Yeah, okay. But
UMBC Virginia was in 2019. So,
yeah,
no, 2018,
It's just so easy for some of those teams to coast and think that they can just, they're not playing the same team basketball that these, 16 seeds have to play. They have to play as a unit or else they're going to get blown out. And then Purdue wants to rely on a 7-footer that is arguably not great.
I mean, hell, that's what happened to UT literally 2 years ago. The ending of the Shaka Smart era. They were a 3 seed and lost a fucking 14 seed Abilene Christian. Like, fucking. I mean, I think with the era of the transfer portal and NIL, I think you're gonna see more of not necessarily the smaller seeds winning, but I don't know. A lot of top talent is gonna stay because they can get paid more in college than they can if they try to go to the NBA and just go undrafted. And I mean, I think the disparity between the lower seeds and the higher seeds might get a little bit more because the really good kids on the lower seeds know that if they transfer to one of these, and it's the same way in college football too. The kids on these lower seeded teams, if they know they can go to the higher seeded team, make more money, be a star player for a team that's getting national attention could possibly even get drafted. So I mean, it obviously didn't show this year, but I think in the coming years it might. Like, I think the disparity might be a little bit more towards favored towards the higher seeds.
It'll become the women's tournament.
I mean, yeah, we say that, and then look at what's happening. Like the Elite Eight was, I mean, it was kind of like the men's. I mean, it was
Okay, hold on.
9 seeds, 4 seeds. I mean, it was crazy.
Do you guys think what's her name? The player on Iowa.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Do you think she deserves a spot in the NBA, or do you think she could play in the NBA spot?
No,
Come
no,
on.
She's
absolutely
normal
not.
though. I saw this.
Yeah,
I saw it
she's
on
really good.
or something.
Listen, if you specifically design a system for, say, Caitlin Clark, I mean, as possible. I mean, you set 4 screens, and let her run around this, and then get her an open shot. She's gonna make shots. She's not just gonna miss shots.
You're gonna be the worst defensive team in the NBA.
100%. But I'm just saying she could technically, if you
Literally
design the
no
system
She'll
to play
score
around her,
35, but get
she can
53
shoot.
scored on.
I'm not
her.
gonna say she's dropped.
Or
No.
35.
Okay.
I don't even think she'll drop 35, but she will
I
make
don't think she'll
shots.
drop 10.
Dude, she dropped
She's a
40
great
points.
player. She's a great women's player. But when you have people like Kelsey Plum coming out and saying that they wouldn't sniff the 15th spot on an NBA bench, no, a college player isn't going to fucking succeed in the NBA. Like, a women's college player is not going to succeed in the NBA.
I agree. I was just saying, Nick, to your point. I mean, if you specifically, I mean, she could
start a conversation.
she'll get a couple
Caitlin Clark
buckets.
and Paige
dialogue.
Beckers are going to go to the WNBA and just tear it the fuck up because they're really good players.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it. They're not going to do that in the NBA. Sorry.
I saw it on Twitter. I had to ask, you know.
I will say one interesting thing about the women's bracket is, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I saw some kind of headlines about it, but the NCAA does not have March Madness associated with the women's tournament. They just call it the women's basketball championship or something.
Yeah.
Really?
I think they changed that this year. I think March Madness.
Yeah, I think it's both.
Is it on
both
there this season?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think they changed that this year. It used to not be that way, but I think this year they made it to where March Madness covers both.
Good.
Yeah,
I didn't know that too, Jacob.
which is what it needs to be. It needs to be both.
Have you guys noticed half the tournament isn't even in March? It's in April.
I mean, the majority is.
It's gonna be 2 games.
In March.
Yeah, like only 2 games will be in April.
Yeah, but like they should literally make it the month.
Majority, huh?
Okay, my bad.
Like there weren't just 64 teams playing or anything.
Okay, my bad.
In
Like
March.
the last few games, the most important games
Dude.
aren't even in March. You know, I think they should really condense it. Just start earlier instead of mid-March. Start early March, and just make it literally the month of March.
Well, to be
You have to
fair,
push
all
back
the
entire season then.
all the madness happens in March, so
Yeah.
technically they're correct. I would say.
So you don't think a buzzer beater in the Natty's madness?
Well, I would say madness. I would say madness is number 1 seed Purdue getting upset.
Yeah, I guess.
And Virginia getting
Legitimately
upset.
300th ranked team out of 358 Division I teams that they're on.
By the way, did you see the stuff with their like it's like their student beat reporter or whatever? He was talking about the ceiling of their basketball arena, and he was like, it is second to only Madison Square Garden. And I looked it up, and the ceiling of their basketball arena actually looks pretty sick.
I mean, their place looks really, really sick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it looks like a high school gym, but like a
Fairleigh
fucking
Dickinson or
nice ass high school gym. Like, it looks dope.
Did you say?
And I mean, Farley Dickinson is gonna be. I don't know what conference they're in, but they're gonna be financing that
EU,
conference for the next 6 years because of how the March Madness payouts.
It's called the Rothman Center.
So
Dope.
very cool. I mean, that's why March Madness is so great, seeing all these small teams win. Because I mean, like St. Peter's, whatever conference they're in, they're going to be financing it for the next 5, 6 years. And I mean, if you look at the before and after pictures of UMBC's gym before they won versus after they won, like I mean, it's like night and day. They used to use like the rollout bleachers, like that we used in high school, and now they have like actual bleachers and like a nicer court and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
Sure. To Jacob's point, and that's why I think March Madness is such a great tournament for people to watch and enjoy, because these lower seeded teams, like the 16s, 15s, 14s, 13s. I'm not gonna say like underseeded, because like some people would say, but they have a chip on their shoulder,
Okay.
right? They have a chip on their shoulder that they deserve to be there more so maybe than, or they have something to prove. And like Jacob said, those 1, 2, 3 seeds, 4 seeds tend to kind of just coast and be like, this is Farley Dickinson. I don't even know where they're at. I don't even know what state they're. So let's just whoop up on these kids like we're supposed to, and then they come out flat, and
Mhm.
Farley Dickinson comes out hot, and that's all it takes. So that's why I think, and it's a 1-game series. Is you don't have a game to win all. So I think that's what's
You
the
got
greatest
full
about March
points.
Madness.
Facts.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Moving on to the other side of the basketball, NBA season's wrapping up. Playoffs are, we're in the playoff race right now. I mean, the West, like the 3 seed and the 9 seed are separated by like 4.5 games with 7 games left. I mean, shit's getting crazy.
Mhm.
I mean, you got teams shutting down their star players. I mean, I don't know if I call Ben Simmons a star, but the Nets shut him down.
Dame is shut down.
Dame, yep.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, which it's getting to be a great time of the year. I mean, the NBA playoffs are always super exciting. I for one am excited for it right now.
I mean, Jalen Brown's probably gonna get shut down soon, huh?
Oh my fucking
Dude,
God.
he's leaving, bro.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Gone.
Deuces.
He's gonna
bro.
get he's gonna get off for Max, and he's not gonna say no.
He hates Boston.
Flip it.
Okay.
He's leaving.
Speaking of the Celtics, man, how have they done this week or this past week? I think somebody's trying to break into Colton's apartment.
No, there's an alarm going off. I don't know what it is.
Huh.
He's the
Hope it's not
Jalen Brown
fire
alarm, the Trouble in Paradise alarm.
Literally just the Boston media that's pushing their dumbass shit, and I hate it so much. They just can't enjoy both of them. They have to try and pry them apart, and that's what I hate most about the Boston media. They cannot, like, they literally just cannot enjoy both of them. They have to try and pit them against one another, and it's fucking exhausting.
Boston.
How about a Jalen Brown for
They're
THT?
they're 3-1 this past week. We beat the Kings, the Pacers, and the Spurs. We blew out all 3 of them, and then they did the typical Celtics. They blow out they blow out the Kings and the Pacers, which are 2 pretty good teams. They blew out the Spurs. That doesn't really count. No offense, Kyle. Tank for Wemby is on. We'll help y'all out any way y'all can get it.
Thanks.
They win 3 nice games, and then they come out and they get beat 130 to 111 by the fucking Wizards tonight. Like, I don't know. I think they've moved. I saw a tweet earlier that was like the Celtics are like this year they're 0-7 or some shit when they're double digit favorites.
Hmm.
Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. They play great against the best teams, and then you put them against like the fucking Rockets and they fucking lose. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? So, I mean, they're in the 2nd seed right now. It's obvious. I still think the season is I mean, with how good this team is, it's still championship or bust. That was the expectation before the season. I mean, nothing's really changed. You just got to get healthy. That's all it is. Once they're healthy, they're a hard team to beat. But we'll see if they can stay healthy. And then 2.5 games out of the 1st seed. Probably not going to get the 1st seed since they're stumbling down the stretch to shitty teams. So, get what you get. You got to show up against the bad teams too if you want the 1 seed. They do play the Bucks on I think Thursday. So, I mean, you can get a full game back right there and hope that Milwaukee somehow loses to 2 more
The
games.
most
and we
important
win
game
2
is the
more.
day after, though.
Yeah, whenever they back to back against the Jazz, which I am almost certain they will beat the Bucks and then lose to the Jazz.
Probably lose
Like
both.
I'm like 99% confident that that's what's gonna happen.
I hope that's a
So,
pick 'em.
I mean, the one on Friday isn't, but we can make it. I
Ooh,
mean, doesn't bother
At this
me.
point, I wouldn't take the Jazz because Markkinen never plays. Fucking, they never play Jordan. Like all of our top 4 or 5
Okay,
aren't
I won't change it then.
aren't touching.
If you're not gonna take your team, I'm not gonna change it. But
Hell no.
speaking
Imagine
of the
taking your
Jazz,
team.
how are the Jazz doing?
Oh hey, we're just trying to get a high pick right now. And what was it? I think 0-4 since last Monday. Let's see real quick. I'll get it real. Trailblazers, Bucks got destroyed by them. The Kings barely squeaked out a win.
Were you
And
finna say
then,
squawk?
Yeah, squawk.
Squawked out a win.
Squawk just barely squawked out a win, bro.
And then the Suns beat us by 14, but it was a close game for Lolo. Yeah, I mean, I think the only benefit right now is, I think we're kind of in the best situation we possibly can be. We're not playing Markkinen. We know he's a stud. We're not playing Clarkson. We know he is a offensive maniac that might get traded. But Walker Kessler is getting scoring like 30 with 12 rebounds on a nightly basis. Ochai is kind of finding his shot, doing some good stuff out there. Taylor Tucker, THT is actually kind of showing some flashes. He still does some boneheaded things, but just a little reminder, he is only 22. He's turning into the new Jason Tatum. With the
He's
whole,
only 19.
But no, I mean, there's some young dudes on the team. I mean, Chris Dunn has gotten a shot, and has done pretty well with it. He played with Markkinen in Chicago, so I think that's kind of how he ended up with us. And we actually just signed Luka, not Luka Doncic, but like Luka something. He signed him off the Celtics G League team.
Oh yeah, I saw that today. Fucking Danny.
Hey, he was dropping he's averaging like
He's
20 something
averaging.
points. So it's
Yeah,
like,
he's averaging over 20 points a game.
Just
Yeah.
need a
I'll
shot.
go find his stats right
yeah,
quick.
they need to throw that man just in a game and say, hey, you got the green light, do your thing.
They should do it on Friday.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like absolutely do it on Friday. Watch him just ball the fuck out.
And then he's gonna.
And Danny's just gonna be sitting up there with a shitty grin, just like, yep.
Now imagine this. Picture this. They're playing. He comes down the court. Jaylen Brown comes up to defend him. Ankles. Yams it. And then now Boston media destroys Jaylen Brown. He gone.
I think he could have done better with
Jaylen-
that, but like taking ankles and then putting his nuts on Tatum's face.
Okay.
That one. They would have been trying to tear him
No.
apart. Whose was worse, getting dunked on or fucking falling?
Also, it's not
Jay,
Jason Tatum. It's Julius Randle's son. Go on
Yes,
now.
it is.
shut the
Yes, sir.
Jason Tatum Randall.
3-1.
Put a little hype in
Use's
there.
grandfather.
Okay,
Okay.
but what I was saying was Jalen had an off game tonight because he's a human being. That kind of
Mhm.
thing happens every now and then.
Mhm.
And
Nah.
I'm just
awesome.
not even looking forward to seeing like how the Boston, because Tatum had a really good game and Jalen didn't. I'm not ready to see the Boston. Oh, this is why Tatum doesn't need Jalen. I hate the fucking Boston media so much.
Well, they
So
shouldn't because
it's,
then y'all lose.
Yeah, so it's gonna be even worse.
Imagine losing tonight.
It's a center. It's a center, Jacob. His name's Luka Samanic. He's averaging 20.6 points and 10.8 rebounds.
Damn.
So,
What's his 3-point percentage looking like right
Yeah.
now? Does he shoot?
I don't know. It was just Sham's tweet.
What's his name again? Luka what?
Luka Samanic.
Yeah.
Samanic.
A tatted Croatian. Sick.
Hell yeah.
He was drafted by the Spurs.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Another one we let get away.
I mean, I will say, speaking of Julius Randle, though, how's the Knicks doing?
Dude, pretty good, man. They're 1-2 the last 3 games. Lost
That's pretty good.
to lost to the Heat, lost to the Magic, and then beat the Rockets.
Oh, hell of a win!
Somebody couldn't beat the Rocket. I just said
Whoa,
Rockets.
what do we?
The Rocket.
What
When
are
do
we
you beat the
winning?
Rockets?
When did we beat the Rockets? Okay.
Yeah, they beat the Rockets. Emmanuel quickly had 40 points. He's 6th man of the year for sure. He's got it locked down now. Yeah, they're looking good. Looks like they're going to be locked in for the, let me see what seed it is. For the 5 seed, which I'll take. You know, that means they'll play Cleveland, which, I mean, I would rather play Cleveland than Philly. And especially now, because aren't James and Joel Embiid resting or load managing, whatever it is?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would rather not play any of them and play Brooklyn, but you know, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the playoffs and seeing if they can get out of the first round, because that's all I want from them. Just one, just get out of the first round. You can lose the second, I don't care, but you know.
Who would they be playing the
not-
second round? Probably maybe the Celtics. Or is
If
that
they
a
play the
different?
Celtics, they're gonna win. Don't, yeah, I was about to say, if they play the Celtics, that's a win. But
Right.
if they're playing, dude,
Because the
3-1.
Knicks know about winning. Because the Knicks know about winning in the playoffs.
3-1, man.
Congratulations. That says 1-3 on my screen, dipshit. Nice one.
Still 1-3.
Yep,
Stupid.
1-3. Yep, there you go. Fine.
Stupid.
Third time's a
3-1,
charm,
man.
baby.
3-1.
Congrats. I'm not. I would hope if we that's who we get second round. I hope to God it's y'all. I am
If-
not scared of the Knicks at all.
And then
If
after we beat you,
Nobody
Jalen
on the
Brown's
Knicks
like,
has
"Oh,
ever.
let me go to
Nobody
the
on the
Knicks."
Knicks has ever won a playoff series. I'm good. I'm great with playing the Knicks in the second round.
If the
Dylan,
Knicks, if everything
4-1.
stays the way it is right now, the Knicks only way that the Knicks could play the Celtics is if they made it to the conference championship.
Oh,
Damn.
We don't have to worry
you
about
guys
that.
need to get the first seed.
Unless you guys fall down to the 6th seed, then you could get the Celtics and the second round.
Oh, okay. I don't want to play Philly. But yeah, man, how about the Spurs, Kyle? Let's hear
Man,
about Wemby.
what's new?
Wemby?
I mean, we actually stopped our little couple of wins we got. We're on a 4-game losing streak.
These officials have to make could end
And
up
we're not just getting
into the
beat. We're getting messed up.
Manhandled.
I
We're getting
wasn't gonna say the score that we
beat.
beat.
Oh, don't worry,
the
I'll
other
bring it
day,
up.
But if you,
I'll bring it up. Like I said, 4-game losing streak since the last pod. We lost to the Pelicans, which was on the NBA Pick'em. Yay me. Lost by 35, 119 to 84. Then we went on to face the Bucks. Guess how that one went? Lost by 36, 130 to 94. Then we got that bad. We actually scored
kinda-
124.
say that one more time. You're cutting out. Like we
Oh,
couldn't hear
which
you at
one?
all. The one you just said.
The Bucks. We lost 130 to 94, by 36. Traveled to the Wizards, lost by 12, 136 to 124. I'm just happy we got into the hundreds. And
Hey,
then
we lost by 19 to 9 to the Wizards. So
yeah, there you go. And then we lost to the Celtics,
Silver linings.
37 to 93. We lost by 44 points.
God, to who?
To the Celtics. Yeah. So, 7 games left. Our next game is actually tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. Hoping the Jazz just can pull it out and put us out of our misery.
No, honestly, I hope y'all pull one off so we can hopefully go down a little bit more.
Win or lose, I think. I don't think we'll win more than 4 of the last 7. Just knowing, I don't even know who we play, but just knowing the Spurs, I don't think what happened. So I think we pretty much secured a bottom 3 worst record in the league with the Pistons and the Rockets. The only team that's right there on us is the Hornets, who are like 2.5, I think 3.5 games back of us for that third worst record in the league. So they win a couple games, we're golden. I actually think we play the Hornets, so maybe we can just lose to them and be good.
I don't know if they can catch you because they currently have 25 wins. You are sitting at 19.
Okay, so it was like 5.5. Okay, yeah, so we would have to like win out, and they would have to like lose out.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty much secured in there. So, as Jacob mentioned last podcast, I think each of the bottom 3 teams have a 33% chance to get the first pick, and hopefully they give that like 33.6 to us or something, where we can pull out that first overall pick. So,
And get the guy that's going to get backed down by every center in the league.
I can't wait until he literally puts his nuts on Walker Kessler and Laurie Markkanen's face.
Or no, he's gonna somehow the Jazz are gonna get the number 1, and end up drafting him, and then
back him down.
He's gonna get back down.
Scoot's like 6'2", but
That's the only way he'll ever get back down is if he doesn't play for if he plays for anybody but the Spurs. If he plays for the Spurs, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be great. Anybody else, he's gonna be a bust. Sorry,
I agree.
just how it goes. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the playoffs coming. Even though we're not a part of it, and I get to just watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good playoffs. I'm excited. Well, Pick'em last week really didn't go y'all's way. Kyle went 1-4. Jacob and Nick both went 2-3, and I walked out 4-1. So, yeah. I'm currently leading right now at 25-13. Jacob is 3 games behind me at 22-16, and Nick and Kyle are tied at 21-17.
At least we're at the bottom together, buddy.
Kyle's doing his best to imitate the Spurs right now.
Trying to tank. I'm trying to show him how it's done.
Yeah. Got a pretty decent. I mean, I don't know about decent. I mean, we got a good slate of games this week. So first one being tomorrow, we got the Mavericks taking on the 76ers in Philly. Give me. I need Philly in this one. I mean, the Mavs are a dysfunctional mess right now.
Is Embiid playing though?
Probably because he doesn't have to play Jokic, and literally his matchup tomorrow night is going to be Dwight Powell. So yeah,
It says day to day. Him and James Harden are day to day.
Yeah, Embiid is going to play tomorrow, so he can drop 47, 15, and 10 on Dwight Powell and get the MVP.
Is Doncic playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his technical rescinded.
Before we jump into the pickle, man, what's going on with them, dude? Because did you see his little quote saying like he doesn't know if
He's not happy.
he's not happy?
They are getting the full Kyrie experience right now.
It's so hard for me to believe, dude, that can change just like that quick with Kyrie.
It was hard for me to believe too. I was in denial for 2 fucking
I don't
years.
believe it.
I don't no way he's that much of a cancer, dude. Like, no way he can go that.
I mean, you're right. He just wasn't that much of cancer in Cleveland and Boston and New York, and he just can't be.
We're talking about in such a short span.
Yeah, dude, he's been there like what, 10 games? Not even.
It feels like
plus games.
What it feels like to me is like Mark Cuban wanted it, but the team didn't want that. That's what it feels like to me. Because I mean, why ship away these players that like Luka loved Finney-Smith, did what he is a glue guy, and they got rid of someone else in there. Why do you get rid of glue guys for someone that has been deemed a cancer? Even if he is or isn't, who cares? But that feels like it was a win now move when that wasn't what they needed, in my opinion. They didn't need another ball handler. I don't know. It seemed like it was doomed from the get-go, in my opinion. But
well,
what do I know?
Doncic wanted to play with another star. Mark Cuban made it happen, whether it be for good or bad, and now you're getting the result of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Luca was like the only one doing anything on that team. But I mean, like you said, do you give up the glue guys that are probably keeping the team together and ship them off for another superstar? Or
Another underrated thing, Jalen Brunson did leave free agency.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
I know.
absolutely,
he carried them against the Jazz,
Brunson was a big part of that team last year. There's no doubt about that.
and
Losing
Brunson's
him did
kind of
not
popping
help.
off right now up in New York.
Yeah.
I was a little I questioned the contract at the beginning of the season because of how much money it was, and through the first probably 3 months of the season, I was like, eh. I mean, he was a good signing. He wasn't great, but this last couple months, he's really turned it on, and I think it was a great signing by the Knicks.
He's gonna carry us to the chip.
Ugh,
Ain't no way.
can't
I
believe
think
guys
I
have
think the
to
most
be confident
underrated
in the Knicks.
move by the Knicks was getting Josh Hart.
Dude, he's a hustle guy, man. You got he's like Pat Bev, but not annoying like Pat Bev. And not like just annoying, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll take a hustle guy like that.
And chemistry with Jalen. So
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Going back to the Villanova days.
for anyway.
So Kyle, who you got tomorrow night? Dallas or Philly?
I think I'm gonna rock with Philly too, man. Other thing with the Mavericks, I think we talked about it kind of when it first happened. That kind of Doncic has that Harden type when he was in Houston. Always has to have the ball in his hands, dribbling out, and like you guys said, I mean, it's hard to do that when you have Kyrie also right there. I mean, he's still. I was kind of looking through some stats right there. I mean, he put up the ball 25 times, and Kyrie shot like 13, and there was Doncic had 40, Irving had 18, and the two bench players had like 12, and nobody else scored double digits. So I mean, it just shows you what kind of system they got going primarily, and then when you dish it out, it's probably to Kyrie. So I just think that this function is not going to work, especially not in the playoffs coming up. So I'll rock with Philly on this one.
How about you, Nick?
Dude, I'm gonna go with Dallas solely because it's like win now because they're right outside the play-in. I think they're the 11th seed right now, so they're in win now mode. And I know as a Knicks fan, better than most, when Luca needs to win, he'll drop a 60-point triple double on your ass and get you the win. I'm gonna go Dallas, man.
I like it.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna go Dallas too. Seems like Philly, they don't need to win a game for the rest of the season, honestly. I mean, to stay top four probably, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Something is I'm getting that Kyle Tingle. So
I would like to go back
Alright.
and see every time you said the Kyle Tingle and see how many times it's
How we-
actually paid off for
right.
you.
probably never.
Probably never, honestly. Yeah.
So on Thursday, there's only 2 games, so you know the random number generator had a whole hell of a lot to choose from. So Boston will be playing at Milwaukee. I'm not going against my team. They play fucking amazing against every team that's good. Either they're gonna win or they're gonna lose by like 1 or 2. It's gonna be a close game either way. Yeah, I mean Boston. Yeah, I'm always gonna ride for my team.
100p. I think I'm gonna rock with the Celtics too.
Fuck yeah, baby.
They're trying to fight for that 1 seed. I think it's gonna be a great game. It'll come down to probably the last shot.
Yep.
I can see kind of two, maybe Tatum and Brown rekindling that greatest duo of all time chemistry and just balling out. So I'll rock
Also,
with Celtics.
Also a note: Tatum now holds the record for most 30-point games in a season in Celtic history. Which
Impressive.
is
More
pretty
than
impressive
Legend?
considering. Yep, more than Larry Legend. I think Larry had 41 in a season, and Tatum's at 42 or 43 right now.
Damn.
In the era of
Which
offensive basketball.
he also leads the league in points scored this year, so do with that what you will. What about you, Nick? Who do you got? Go ahead and pick Milwaukee because I know you hate the Celtics. So fine.
I'm gonna go Boston.
Oh, fuck, we're gonna lose.
They're losing. Fuck, I changed my pick.
No, you
Just
can't
kidding.
change.
Just kidding.
Can't change.
All right,
Good
Jacob.
pick, Nick. Good pick.
Jacob's definitely going
Well,
Milwaukee.
I gotta stick with my favorite non-Jazz player,
Mike Conley
Jalen
died.
Brown.
the freak in the sheets and on the court,
Oh.
Milwaukee.
Greek freak.
You never seen that? You ever seen that
Yeah,
The-
No, I have.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
with a little
Yeah.
bell? Ding, ding,
The
ding,
bell.
ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding.
I like how we all hit that little sound effect there.
So on Friday we got a team that's on the rise in the playoffs for the first time in a long time. First winning season in 16 years
Might get-
versus a
might get home
team
court.
who is that'd be wild. Versus a team who is just I don't know where their direction is after this season. We got the fucking Beam team in Sacramento at the Trailblazers. Yeah, I mean this is an easy one. Just
It'd be an
Sacramento.
easy Sacramento, especially if you ain't got
Sacktown.
Dame Dollar playing.
No Dame.
I don't know. It's kind of intriguing. It's kind
I'm
of
gonna take-
intriguing, but I'm taking Sacramento.
Nick, are you going Sacramento too?
Sacramento. Sacktown.
You would pick
So
Sacktown.
next game we
No.
got is the Clippers. Clippers at the Pelicans. Good lord, Paul George has got to stop having gruesome leg injuries, man. I mean,
I didn't see it.
oh, dude, it's gross. I don't know. Like, he's only out for like 2 weeks. I don't understand how. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as
it
his
obvious-
previous one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely wasn't as. Oh, it's just replaying over and over in my head. That oh my god, that was like one of the
First
most
one or the
brutal-
second?
The first one. The first
Yeah,
one is just like
That was in
Oh.
USA practice, wasn't it?
yes,
That was
dog. That
It's
was
disgusting.
I remember seeing it like watching Sports Center, and that was like they were just replaying it over and over, and I was like, okay, enough, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Then they hit you with the enhance, and you see it even closer. It's
Yeah, and it's like,
okay.
like why are
High
we?
def and shit. And
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, guys?
It's like
4K.
the Mortal
Oh.
Kombat, like you can see everything happening. It's like, all right, that's not
Some fucking 8-year-old watching Sports Center is just scarred for life now.
Hey, we all probably watched the Kevin Ware one.
Yeah.
Way too
Multiple
many
times. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean
Kevin
Livingston.
Ware, Paul George. There's
Sean
definitely
Livingston was
more
pretty
out
bad.
there. Yep. Yeah. Give me the Clippers. Clippers. Yeah. Even though Paul George. Is
That was
hurt.
a long-winded Clippers pick. I like it.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
I'm
was
actually.
I was just talking, man. Because Paul George got hurt.
He did. Give me the Pelicans. They're doing pretty good right now. I mean, shit. I mean, they whooped up on one of the best teams in the West, the Spurs, beat us by 35.
Okay.
So
It's
they're up on the
NOP.
Warriors right now. So
NOP, not NO.
huh?
Talking to Jacob.
Oh, I'm going Pelicans. They're beating the Warriors right now. I don't know if they have a chance at a play in or not. If they're even in the play. I'll take the Pelicans.
Some of the Pelicans. I'm pretty sure they are. Let me check. Yeah, they're the 8 seed right now.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely have a shot.
What about you, Nick?
I'm gonna take the Pelicans, man. I think they're on they've won their last 5, so and they look good. I'm watching the game against Golden State tonight. I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Nice. All right, Jacob, who you got?
You know what? I don't believe in the Clippers, and I haven't believed in them in a while. So I'm going Pelicans.
Yeah, Clippers suck ass.
I wouldn't say they suck ass. They just have not lived up to their potential where they're supposed to be, a championship team. We're gonna ignore that. We're ignoring that one. But yeah.
I guarantee that'll be cut out.
What
He's gonna
happened?
cut that part out.
What,
You didn't hear the voice break?
Nothing happened, honestly.
Yeah.
Who whispered?
Jacob went full Michael
Golden.
Jackson.
Okay. Hey,
Um.
I'm not gonna make that joke, but
On to the last game.
positively not gonna make that joke. But
Yeah, probably a good idea. Last game. This one's probably a pretty easy pick for everybody. We have the Lakers at the powerhouse Houston Rockets. Lakers.
Dude, it's not as easy as you think.
Didn't the Rockets just beat the Lakers not too long ago? I'm almost positive they did.
Can you
So,
stop fucking honking?
no
I'm
clue.
trying to do something.
I think
uh,
they beat him recently.
I'm going Lakers.
Didn't they just destroy them recently? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
taking them anyways.
Yeah, pretty sure.
They did beat them on the 15th.
Wow.
So 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now Braun's back, so
Oh, is he actually back?
he played last night.
Lebronzo.
Really?
Yeah.
LeBron
Yeah, because you didn't
James.
see the quote where he was
LeBron
like,
James.
they said this is the fastest they've ever
LeBron
seen this
James.
someone recover from this injury.
The
It's like
LeBron he went to the LeBron James of feet.
He didn't play yesterday.
Yes, he did.
No, the Lakers did not play yesterday.
Okay, so
Oh,
two
with
days
our
ago.
last game.
Their
Nick.
last game.
Against the Bulls?
Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Pat
actually
Bev
don't
literally
know.
said he was too small. That got
Yeah.
sent on Twitter.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
This dude doesn't care about his friends, man. He never.
No, I
Like-
just, dude, I forget, bro. What do you want from me? That was 2 days ago.
This dude.
Because he even had like LeBron had a thing where he basically pulled like the Donald Trump. Where he's like, he like what was the quote where he said like, oh
My DNA is not DNA, it's NBA.
yeah yeah oh my goodness, what a
Oh,
stud.
that's
Fucking LeBron.
so good.
Yeah, free to
So
go.
Nick, you taking Houston or the Lakers?
Take LA. I didn't know. I didn't know. LeBron was back.
It's
All
not that
that.
easy, huh? It's not
Well, I
that
thought
easy.
LeBron wasn't back, but he's back.
Oh. Well, LeBron came back and then they lost to the fucking Bulls, so you might.
Yeah,
be
I'm
right.
saying they still have a losing record
They
with
got
LeBron
too
in the
small by
lineup.
Pat Bev.
Yeah, but Houston sucks.
Correct. And more
I
sport.
don't know, but they beat the Lakers, so that kind of means
Yeah, but the Lakers have to win now, and whenever LeBron needs
they've
to
been
win,
having to win now.
yeah, but LeBron will get him a win.
Bro, LeBron's been coaching this whole time. He just wants to play in so he can add to. He takes the team to the fucking finals.
Dude, shit, probably.
I'm not.
Guaranteed. Fucking averages a triple double in the playoffs.
Don't even look at it, Jacob.
Well, I know why you're laughing. It's because that's you.
Yeah, okay, guy. Yeah. So gonna be an interesting week of NBA Pick'em. You know, I have a little lead now. I could extend it a little bit, or I could lose it. So I mean, everybody's still completely in. 7 games left. Probably should pick a game on Monday too, since we're gonna be recording on Monday. Do y'all want to do that right quick?
Sure.
Add in a Monday game.
I don't mind taking another dub.
Yeah,
Just
me
add
too.
a episode 10, throw it on there.
Okay.
Make the little episode 10 one. We could throw that on there.
Why?
Oh well, that's convenient. There are no games on Monday, so
Perfect.
we're good.
Nice. I actually think that's the finals, isn't it? The March Madness finals or
Yeah, it
championship
is.
game. So
I actually had to go ahead by my parents to buy a Final Four ticket if Texas would have made it, so I would have went.
nice.
But they
But,
So
didn't.
you wouldn't have bought
but
four?
They shit the fucking no,
Wow.
dude. The nosebleeds are $500.
You just don't like your friends, I guess.
Parents over friends? The fuck?
What the hell?
Okay, guys.
What
Anyway.
the fuck, man?
It was literally just gonna be me going.
Preach, Cade.
Fake. Okay. Okay. Whatever. So yeah. Interesting end of the NBA season. Playoffs are gonna get going here in a little bit. Pretty excited for that. But now we can switch gears a little bit. Different sport. I'll let Kyle go ahead and start this segment off. College baseball. You know, got a couple teams in here. In different spots. But yeah. Let's hear it from you, Kyle. What you got for us?
Yeah, man. Last podcast, A&M baseball was doing really good. We were on a win streak, I believe. It was like a
Well-
4-game win streak, nothing crazy.
Well, the last
Um,
podcast y'all went 1-2 over the weekend versus
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then we lost to LSU, number 1 team in the nation. Pulled out a win though on Sunday, on the Tuesday midweek got the dub there. Then we proceeded to get swept by the 12th ranked Tennessee Volunteers in
Ouch.
Tennessee.
Yikes.
Just not playing good baseball right now, man. Against these good teams, we at least won. Of course, you want to win the series, but the least we could do is pull out one. We got one game. Just got to kind of find a way to make it all come together. Started
You know,
out ranked.
it's Tuesday. Did y'all play tonight?
I was gonna get there. Just wait. Started off as the 5th ranked team. I just gotta like talk down on A&M to make the win seem like less important. So
Yeah.
we're ranked number 5 team in the nation, unranked right now. Like I said, coming off of getting swept by Tennessee over the weekend. We're now 15-9 on the season. 15-10 after tonight's game, and 1-5 in SEC play. So not the start that Schloss and the boys wanted, but it's a long season. Still got ways to go. I think we can definitely bounce back. Just got to, like I said, put it all together. As all 3 of these guys have been kind of tonight in College Station. Weren't able to pull out the dub today either against an extremely well-playing Texas baseball team right now. Coming off a weekend sweep of Texas Tech. Those guys are playing crazy. So, unranked to start the season, currently ranked 21st in the nation. On a crazy win streak, if I'm not mistaken.
15.
15-game win streak.
15 after tonight.
Which, if
and
you guys...
They swept number 14 Tech this weekend.
Number 14 Tech. So, and we got swept by number 12 Tennessee. So, that tells you about which way our programs are going right now. But we were looking for our 5th straight victory against the Longhorns. Couldn't pull it out. This is the Longhorns' first win in C-Stat since 2011. So
that dude from SpongeBob.
Finally, yeah. So next up, we got a lackluster Ole Miss team who kind of highly touted coming to the season, if I'm not mistaken, and they're 0-6 in conference play right now, defending champs. 0-6 in conference play right now. I don't know what's going on over there in Mississippi, but hopefully we can bounce back this weekend, win the series, if sweep, get back on track.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm trying to text my mom back.
There he goes again, putting his parents over his friends. Parents over friends. I just
messed up.
So yeah, I mean, I honestly did not expect Texas. Like literally coming into the weekend, I told my dad like when he was here on Thursday, whenever they got here, he was asking me how they were gonna do this weekend, and I said that they were gonna get swept. I I knew that they were on this 11-game win streak. They were doing good. They were beating the bad teams, but which is what you're supposed to do when you have those teams on the schedule. You're supposed to beat them. I just didn't think that these teams were a good representation of what this team was. And then they went into the weekend and swept Tech. Like I don't think we won the series versus Tech the last like 2 or 3 years. Obviously, still went to Omaha, so whatever. Doesn't matter. They didn't. So, I really wasn't confident. I was hoping we would win one, just to say, hey, we didn't get swept. And then they go out there and they win all 3. And now they won tonight against a A&M team that's kind of flailing a little bit, but I mean, still a good team. Definitely surprised that they're not as good. I definitely didn't think that they were preseason top 5, but I didn't think they were any lower than 15. It's a good squad that they've got, and I'm honestly very surprised that they're not doing very good right now. Granted, the last 2 weekends have been pretty brutal, but when you're preseason top 5, you're supposed to be able to compete with teams of, well, maybe not LSU, but that's okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
everybody needs to get a pillow for this guy's talk about LSU, bro. I say he should take a shot every time he mentions.
Amen. So speaking of LSU, I got to go to all 3 of the games this past weekend. A lot of fun. Got to go with my parents. First ever couple games at the Alex Box Stadium. It lots of fun. I mean, Friday the game got moved from 7 p.m. to 1 noon, 1 or noon. I can't remember. Because of the weather, it was supposed to be really bad. And so I got to, watching Paul Skeens pitch in person. It's fucking awesome. That dude is the best like pitcher in baseball, like no doubt in my mind. In college baseball, it is. I mean, good lord. I mean, it was like the fucking 7th inning, and he was still like 99 every pitch. Like the dude is insane. And also getting to watch Dylan Cruz in person is just wild. I mean, we're 25 games into the season. He's batting .530. His on base percentage is like over 700, and his ops is like 1400 or some shit. Like he legitimately comes up and he's like, "Oh well, he's gonna get a home run here. Oh well, he's gonna get a double. He's gonna get a single." It's just he's legit. I mean, this baseball team is really fucking good. And Friday night game, it was 1-1. Had to go to extras. The fucking reliever that they brought in, he gave up a run. I'm like, oh, okay, it's 2-1. We can get one back in the bottom. 2 more people get on, 3-run home run, and I'm like, well, probably. I mean, you there's a chance you can get 4, and then they hit a grand slam, and so it went from being 1-1 in the 10th to going to the bottom of the 10th. It was 9-1, and there's probably about 500 people left in the stadium there at the bottom of the 10th. After after the grand slam got hit, just everybody left.
Mhm.
They ended up
What a
losing
solid
9-3.
fan base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. It ended up being 9-3. Dylan Cruz hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th, or bottom of the 10th. I mean, yeah, and then that was Arkansas's ranked 5th coming into this weekend, and they were 3-0 in SEC play coming into it. I think they had just swept. I think it might have been Ole Miss, and then came to LSU, and then Saturday got it going. It was hot. The wind was blowing out, so the ball was traveling. Run ruled Arkansas first game, and then the second game won by 9. So you want to talk about a response? There was your response. I mean, neither of the 2 games were particularly close. I think Arkansas scored first in both of the games, and then after that, it was all LSU. So, I mean, great response. LSU's 4-2 conference play. Arkansas is now 4-2. LSU still ranked number 1. Got Tennessee coming to town this weekend though. Oh, they beat Grambling State tonight in 7 innings. They won like 17-5 or some shit. So big deal there. But yeah, they got Tennessee coming to town this weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Think I'm gonna try and go to the Thursday, maybe the Friday games. But Saturday I gotta work, so I'm not gonna make that one. But yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. I was, got another good team coming off a big series win against A&M. We're gonna see, man. We gonna see. But yeah, Texas, man. I'm so happy with them right now. Like, I did not think that they would be able. I mean, if you would ask me for the season, what's your record going to be against Texas Tech and A&M combined? I'd probably tell you like 1-3, and you'd lose to A&M, and they're 4-0. So maybe the young guys are finally coming together, and the talent is finally shown. So I got a big series against Oklahoma State this weekend. I think they go to Oklahoma State because they played them in Austin last year. So that's gonna tell us a lot because you can 15 straight home game or 14 straight home games, won all 14, went on the road to A&M, got a big win, and now you got to go to Stillwater, and them boys in Stillwater can play. So could be a big time test this weekend. Sad to watch though. Jacob, Nick, you got anything?
How about that win against Incarnate Word? Yeah, you didn't mention that one, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got his ass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, you kind of I feel like you kind of addressed everything I was gonna address.
Well, I mean,
We should let them go first base.
yeah,
Calm
definitely,
down,
definitely,
take their reins
should
on.
let them go first. Because I mean, hell, I didn't
Hook
even
'em,
notice
baby,
that.
hook 'em. And
In case the viewers
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know, those guys aren't too fond of baseball, but we're getting them in there. We're learning the ropes, and hopefully we're gonna have some good discussions here coming up soon.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah.
to progress.
So, hell yeah. So, speaking of baseball, very, very excited. Thursday is opening day for the MLB, and I cannot wait. I know Kyle's ready to go on because his team's coming off a chip, the first legitimate one that they've won. So,
Mhm.
I'll let let's let the non-baseball guys take this before we get into this.
Nick,
He had a big
Nick,
announcement.
Nick has a big announcement, so Nick, you fucking take it, bud. You go. I'm excited.
I'm a Yankees fan.
Oh my god. I literally thought to myself whenever you said I know what team I'm gonna cheer for, I was like, there's no shot he's gonna not be a New York fan, and
was
there's
either-
no fucking way he chooses the Mets. So it's gotta be the Yankees.
Well, dude, I was debating the Mets, and then that guy got injured or whatever. I was like, "Fuck, I
Oh
can't."
yeah.
just a
root-
closer. I would have rather
Bro.
you pick the Mets, bro. It sticks with the Knicks
Honestly.
colors, rolls with the Knicks colors. Like I could have
Yeah.
No, man, because I looked up.
had to
the
fuck
power
up our
rankings.
friendship and become a Yankees fan.
I did research. I looked up power rankings of the MLB, and Yankees are like 4th, the Mets are 6th. I
No,
look
they're
up
like that
who
every
has
year.
more World Series. The Yankees have like
Oh, here we go.
30.
27
So,
rings.
easy. I don't give a shit, man. Easy. Yankees all the way, baby. Aaron Judge. That's the only guy I know, but he's gonna hit fucking ball, bro.
Oh my god.
Jacob.
That's
That's as far as I know. So yeah, Jacob.
Disgusting.
Hey, I mean, I was raised as a Rangers fan, so
You're a bitch.
kind
Hey, that's all we know.
kind of sticking with that.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, after Josh Hamilton's whole thing, I kind of stopped watching baseball. And then yeah, temporarily worked
Well,
for
you-
the Express for a while, so I got to watch Josh Young play. So
MLB Jung Boy, baby.
anyways, yeah, so
MLB Young Boy.
I mean, I'm sure the Rangers are going to do fantastic this season, just like they
You
have
picked
been.
a really good time to stop watching the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, they also
What
got
is,
rid of my boy Salta Lamacchia.
What was the incident or what happened?
There was quite a
Good
lot.
job.
specifically
so
as of
he left.
2011.
What
Fuck
happened?
you. Fuck
Wait,
you.
what?
How about go fuck yourself, all right?
He's talking to
They
you,
lost-
Nick.
they
The
lost-
Josh Hamilton incident, Josh Hamilton's not the one that missed it.
I know. Stupid.
So
happened?
Josh Hamilton left in free agency to the Angels in 2013, I want to say. Either 2013 or 2014, and then from 2016 to now, this has been the worst 500 game stretch in Rangers history. So Jacob picked a really good time to stop watching them because the last like 5 or 6 years have been really fucking painful.
Were they good before that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean 2010, 2011, they went to back-to-back World Series. Pain and suffering, lost both of them. 2012, decent. 2013 kind of fell off a little bit, rebounded. 2014 went to the playoffs, and then 2016 was the last time they went to the playoffs, and that was when they were the number 1 seed and got fucking swept by the Blue Jays in the first round, in the divisional round. And after that, the wheels just fell off.
That couldn't happen to the Yankees ever, huh?
Has it happened to them?
I don't know.
I mean, they
Probably.
haven't made the World Series since before the Rangers did. So
2009.
I looked that up. Yep.
Look at you doing research. I like
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
man.
like it. He knew it.
but since I'm already talking about the Rangers, I can go ahead and preview.
Also,
a little
Josh
bit.
Hamilton inadvertently. Well, no, I'm not
Oh,
gonna say
you're
that.
talking about that.
I'm not
What
gonna.
happened? Yeah.
We'll discuss it later. But it's kind of a Someone died.
Oh, we'll talk. What?
Okay,
You already
dude.
fucking brought it up. So.
That's not even. No, you don't got to talk about it, bro. It was an inadvertent.
Okay,
It was an
well,
accident. It has nothing to do with him.
We'll talk about it at a later time. So, preview of the Rangers. Had one of the biggest signings in the offseason. Signed the best pitcher in baseball when he's healthy. Jacob DeGrom. He's been announced that as our opening
What
day
was his first
starter.
name?
Jacob. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
He's
Usually the
been
best.
announced the opening day starter on Thursday. The Phillies come to town. Yeah. I mean, this is like the first time since like 2016 where I've actually kind of been excited to watch the Rangers play. They spent almost $500 million. Or they did spend $500 million total, not in 1 year, on their middle infield, best middle infield in baseball. Probably, I think that both of them will hit 30 plus home runs this year.
Mm.
You get Josh Young at third base this year. I think that I think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year. He showed some flashes last year. Looks really good. Definitely one of the best prospects that we have, if not the number one guy. Which he's gonna be a full time starter this year. He's no longer gonna be a prospect. Bold prediction. I think he wins Rookie of the Year, AL Rookie of the Year. But I've always been really high on him ever since I watched him kill Texas when he was at Texas Tech. Um, he's a really good player. I'm very excited to watch him play. Yeah, and then our rotation looks really good. We signed Nathan Eovaldi and Andrew Heaney, so you're gonna have one of the better rotations if they can all stay healthy. DeGrom, Eovaldi, Martin Perez. Fourth guy it'll be either no, it'll be Heaney or John Gray, which is wild considering going into last season, John Gray was our ace, and now he might be the fourth guy in the rotation. So the rotation, if on paper, obviously John Gray got hurt a lot last season. Evaldi's had some stints on the IL, and obviously Jacob DeGrom is definitely not the most healthy pitcher out there. Yeah, no doubt. But when he pitches, he is the best pitcher in baseball. So,
Did you bring up Martin Perez?
yeah, said Perez.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I may have missed it.
So yeah, the rotation looks good. Bullpen definitely looks a little shaky. Getting Leclerc back at the end of the year last year helped, but hopefully he's had a full off season to get healthy. He had a surgery. I can't remember what kind of surgery it was before last season, and so he was out for almost an entire year. But getting him back is going to help the back end of the bullpen. And signed Robbie Grossman, but left field was just like, I think they had like 18 different players play left field for the Rangers last season. So left field is just kind of like a black hole out there. I was hoping we would sign somebody else, but I think Robbie Grossman's going to be serviceable enough out there. And then, yeah, I mean, great off season for the Rangers. I think they'll go 84-78, and they might sniff the wild card spot. You know, going from winning 68 games to 84 is going to be a lot to ask, but with the signings they made and the guys they're bringing back, I think it's doable. Especially with them banning the shift, Corey Seager is going to eat this year. So yeah, like I said, this is like I'm actually excited to watch them play. So which is I've watched most of their games for the last 500 games where it's just been like, holy fuck, this is awful. So, I mean, they literally cannot hurt me any more than they did in 2011. So, it's all good. So, Kyle, how the Astros looking? Ugh.
I'll start up with your Rangers there, and we were talking about time to stop watching them. I think Jacob's picking a great time to start back watching the Rangers because the Rangers, as he said, I do not like the Rangers all that much. I don't care. Bias against them like in maybe other sports of rival teams, but I root for Rangers more so than I would any other team in MLB. So they have a lot of young studs coming up, especially in pitching. Jack Leiter, and if I'm not mistaken, did you sign Kamaru?
Yep,
Or whatever his name is,
Kumar
Rocker?
baby.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
two No, not Usman. Two really, really, really dominant pitchers at the college level that can easily translate. They were ready for the pros their senior year or whatever, their final year in college. So those guys just having to make their way through the dreaded minor league system. They'll finally make their way up. Either not, if not towards the end of this year, should injure definitely next year. So
I think Leiter started in Double A last year, which is going straight from college to Double A is pretty good. He struggled at times last year, but he also flashed that potential in a lot of games. So I think he'll probably start the first half of the season in Frisco, but I think by middle of the season he should be in Round Rock.
Yep. So I think it's a great time for Jacob if you're really in sticking with the Rangers this year. Then I think it'd be a great for somebody to get back into baseball with them. But yeah, man, sticking in the AL West, open up the season, reigning champs. Open up against the White Sox on Thursday. I think
Little Jose Abreu revenge game.
Jose Abreu revenge game is going to be great for him. I think one of the biggest headlines for us right now, out for 2 months, guy hit in the hand during a World Baseball Classic game. Broke his thumb, if I'm not mistaken. Had surgery on it. Should be out 2+ months, but I'm confident. Jose Altuve. I'm confident enough that we can replace him offensively. I'm not worried about defensively at all. It's just kind of, especially, it's gonna be really that's gonna be a little bit tough. But like I said, I think we have in the bag. Just got to have the next guy up. We have a couple young guys that can step in there right away, and man, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think we have a top 5 starting rotation in MLB. Looking at it on paper, you're like, who the hell are these guys? These guys really aren't all of that, but these guys have played together the past 3, 4, 5 years, and really seeing all of them come and starting to gel the way they are. You got Valdez, Jose Urquidy, Luis Garcia, Christian Javier, who really, really came on this past year. Lance McCullers is out. I hate to say it, but I think his time is kind of starting to end. In Houston, maybe just because of his durability, I'm not sure if he'll. But then you look at the young studs. You got Hunter Brown, who's the reincarnation of Justin.
So good.
And that's actually my pick of AL. When he comes in, I think he can absolutely dominate. He's already shown that kind of in splashes here and there last season. Forrest Whitley, many considered to be a bust already. He still hasn't had that chance in MLB yet. It's been a while since he was picked. I want to say number 1 overall or early in the first round. But I've seen a couple of highlights of him spring training, as I do every, and he looks good. I think he's coming off of Tommy John not too long ago, so excited to kind of hopefully see him get going. But like I said, starting rotations, top 5 in the league, and everyone knows how. I mean, you got AL MVP candidates in Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker. I think Bregman can easily have a breakout year again. I think Altuve, that's who I was really, really good season. But injury just sets him back a little bit. I think he can still come out and still ball out once he gets back. Jeremy Pena coming off a hell of a rookie year season. Should have won AL of the year instead of Julio Rodriguez, which all credit to Julio because he's an absolute animal too. ALCS MVP loaded, and the World Series MVP, Jeremy Pena. So we're right there, man. Hey, like as you said, the AL West is 100% getting better. Angels are making moves.
Legitimately, 4 of the 5 teams are going to be good. I mean, nobody. The Athletics or the Athletics.
Athletics are going to be so bad.
I mean, the Mariners, the Angels, the Astros, and the Rangers are all like teams that, if you put them in a different division, could probably easily make the wild card or even win the division outright.
Are the A's going to end up relocating? I think I've seen stuff where they have like 500 fans show up to games and shit like that.
I don't know.
It depends on if the new stadium gets built or not. It's all up to Oakland at this point. If they don't build a new stadium, they will go to Vegas. I mean, simple as that. Vegas has the fan base and the money. The A's need a new like stadium, like
They need Billy Bean back. They need to reintroduce Moneyball to their organization. But man, like I said, AOS is getting every team is making. That being said, I don't think they do it this year again. I think we still win the division, but I think it's only by a couple of games, and it's to the Mariners, who I think have the best chance. Rangers, where I think will be third in the division. If I had to pick a team to win the division, because I just want to see Mike Trout in playoffs.
Yep,
I think we're getting robbed of that by him signing a 14-year, 13-year, whatever the hell the kind of deal he signed to stay in Anaheim.
I think, or
so I can't wait to get started, dude. I hope everything goes to plan. No injuries. Yeah. We can kind of just ball out.
I really got into baseball again, like last year, because of college baseball. College baseball really 2021. College baseball really brought me back just because of the Longhorns and how they were doing, and then going to Omaha, being back in a ballpark because I hadn't been to a game in forever. And just being back in the ballpark made me just fall in love with it again. And so, like, the last 2 years, I've really got back into, like, the MLB, too. And obviously, it's been fucking tough watching my favorite team. But now I actually have the worst thing in the world, hope. So, I'm very excited for the season, too. I'm fucking pumped. I think in July, I'm going to try and go back up and go hit a full like weekend series or something. We should all try to go to like when the Rangers play in Houston. We need to try and go.
Down.
Get all of us.
Get stomped.
Yeah, dude.
Watch the Rangers stomp the Yankees.
Yeah.
Buddy.
It's like David Ortiz said.
I die.
Yankees lose.
No. They're winning the World Series.
Okay, buddy.
Imagine the first.
We're gonna sweep you in the ALCS
again, just like they do every single year.
No, they're gonna win.
They got the power of the Knicks with
they got me
on their side.
Hopefully the way I watch all of my baseball games didn't get taken down because I know towards the end of the season last year it was a little sketch on how I could watch it, but I think hopefully it's going to be all good this season. So yeah,
let's just talk about for 1 second. I know Nick and Jacob probably don't know about it, but I know me and Cole blackouts.
Yeah,
what in the living fuck? I am in Texas and I cannot watch the Astros play.
It's blackouts and the marketing of their players is why the MLB is doing shitty as it is. Because you can. So if you live in the area of a certain team, you cannot watch that team play. Like I could probably watch the Rangers from where I am, but if I wanted to watch the Astros, I'm too close. Like if you're in Houston, you can. Why am I hearing myself twice? Nick, what did you do?
Nothing.
I think we're hearing ourselves from you. No, I can hear it.
From me?
No, it's from Colton.
I can't hear it anymore. No, it was from Nick.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't from me.
Is it still?
No, that's good.
Wait. Man. I can't hear you.
Say something again, Nick.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
So basically, the way the MLB still has blackouts and how they market their players, like you can go, like, say you took a survey from kids, right? You could show them pictures of LeBron. You could show them pictures of Mahomes. You show them a picture of Shohei or Mike Trout. They have no idea what the fuck it is because they cannot market their players the correct way. And then, you're killing the people that want to actually watch the games. Like, if you're, like, in Houston, you can watch the games, but if you're, like, in the surrounding area within, like, 10 miles, can't. Like, I can't watch... Like, if I get closer to the Rangers, like, I can't watch the Rangers.
Now, does that mean you can only watch them on their local channel, or you can't even watch them on, like, the local, like...
You can watch them on the local channel.
Yeah. Because that's kind of how it is with, like, the Stars.
Damn,
Makes
Can't.
no sense.
Yeah.
at all.
Like
It's
I can't watch the
2023.
Astros games, but I can watch the Rangers games.
Yeah.
Because I'm far enough away. Like what makes no fucking sense.
At all.
So anyway,
I would recommend finding
Oh, I got you, Kyle.
well, I think I
got you.
actually, I don't know.
I
what you mean by
found
that.
I found a really good one last year.
Well, to be honest
Really
with you,
good one.
I don't think that I realized it, but I think I just recently realized it that I was paying for MLB TV.
Mm.
And I had no. I was like, how the fuck am I able to watch all these games? I was,
You wanna slide
bro, I was
that
watching like every
password.
game. I don't know if I can. I may have canceled. If I can keep it going, yes. I don't know if I
Yeah.
canceled. If I canceled it, I'm not redoing it. But if it's still going,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. MLB TV is expensive.
yeah. But I was like, yeah,
But
how the fuck am I watching all these games?
I found a good one to watch it last
Okay.
year. So praise the Lord. Hopefully it still works.
Bet.
But yeah, great talk about the MLB, man. I'm excited. So excited. Yeah. All right, Nick. Would you rather time, baby? What you got for us tonight?
All right. I just got one.
Now we're
All right.
excited, man.
Yeah. I just got one.
Because, dude, I don't know. The ones recently, I just haven't had.
Hell
Like, I
yeah,
haven't
brother.
found ones that I really like have that, the ball tingle, Kyle's ball tingle to it.
Okay.
So, yeah, this next one is just, what would you rather find in your attic? 1,000 cockroaches or a person?
Definitely the cockroaches.
Yeah, I knew all of you were going to say cockroaches.
Like,
I don't know,
I
bro. Because
mean,
I
this is-
I
hate
prefer
that.
body. I would
I
much rather
hate
have a
critters.
body.
So this
I
is a
hate-
dead person, or like a person is just living up there.
yeah, is this
Let's
you
do
need to
dead
make
person
this
just
one.
to make it easier.
A dead person?
Yeah, you can just throw them away.
Definitely still the roaches because like you're gonna get like investigated and sued and all kinds of shit.
What do you
If
mean? You
you
just
if
find them, call the cops. Hey, dude, they're here.
yeah, you
Well,
think you're not gonna go to like a trial for that? Oh yeah, just found this dead dude. Don't know what happened
All
to
right,
him.
take away. We're going too deep, right?
Yeah,
keep
you're
it.
gonna be-
Let's keep it. Let's
I
keep
would,
it
I would,
superficial.
I would just rather
off
see a
of,
body.
off of pure surprise. Would you rather
Yeah.
walk into your attic and see a fucking dead body, or would you rather see 1,000 cockroaches coming to fucking get you?
I'd rather see dead body.
I
Okay,
can't
well,
stand cockroaches, so I
if there's
might
no
do the dead
legal
body.
repercussions, then yeah, probably the body. But
Because how
if
are
I
you gonna
find a
kill 1,000
body-
roaches?
Quick question:
You gotta burn your house down.
How
burn
f-
my fucking house down, baby, and buy a new one. Insurance fraud.
Okay, how fresh is the body?
Oh my
Let's say
God.
it doesn't stink. It's not like you're gagging and dying. It's just a
Mm,
body, man.
Yeah.
I'd probably go
I'll
body.
choose the
Like
body.
that'd be crazy, but 1,000 roaches, Jesus.
It's
Yeah,
gross.
see?
Roaches, bro.
They're all
beat
just
your
like scurrying
expectations,
around
Nick.
and shit, like with their little legs.
Ugh.
Because even
Yeah.
just like one roach, if you're just like walking and it like goes in front of you, it's like, do I need to kill that thing right now?
And some of those
Especially-
motherfuckers have wings.
Dude, and some of them
They all
are
do.
big, bro. They're
Yeah.
like big,
and
bro.
their legs are long, so they're like elevated off the ground and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
They
so
got that.
gross.
They got the lift kit on and everything. Yeah, kind of
Like
scary.
everybody just found out that we're all bitches.
Yeah, no,
I ain't
Nobody
scared- I
likes
ain't scared of-
cockroaches.
I am
I
a
ain't
bit.
scared of cockroaches, but they're gross.
I'm
If
scared.
I could avoid one, I will.
Yeah.
100%. But also, if I can avoid a dead body,
Yeah,
I'm
gonna do that too.
avoiding it as well.
I mean, it's not like the dead body's running at you and trying to fucking crawl on
It's
you
not
and shit.
1,000 of them.
True.
Yeah,
It's not even two of them.
It's just one.
but all right.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
it.
like that one, Nick. That was a good one.
I'll,
Got a little conversation going.
I mean, it was
You'll know.
alright. It was alright.
you'll know when they're good. You'll know when.
All right, I was just
You
trying
don't
to
know
hype
when
you
they're
up. If
good.
you don't want the fucking compliment, it's fine.
Thank you.
You're
Anyway,
welcome.
next.
All right, Jacob. Let's wrap us up here. What's your special topic of the evening?
Now for the
I'm
fun
excited.
stuff. Yeah, now's when we get good.
Okay.
I got two of them. They're very similar related though. Okay. So and I think we have someone in the audience as well because they're asking a question, but we took the deepness out of the question, so we couldn't answer it. First one.
I just kind of ignored it.
So first off, do y'all like hot dogs?
Yes.
Pure, simple question. You don't like
I
hot
love
dogs,
hot
Nick?
dogs. I love hot dogs.
I don't
Hot
like
dogs go crazy.
Okay.
Just before we continue, I'd like to give a shout out to maybe a possible sponsor. Maybe I'll reach out to them. There's this place in San Marcos called Chili Dog Stand.
Ooh.
Man, when I say them glizzies melt in your mouth,
Okay.
Jesus, bro, that bite is just stupid. Legit,
Do,
just melts in your mouth, bro.
Do they use Nolan Ryan beef? Or no?
Fucking no, dude. I don't know,
Hashtag
but
sponsor.
and it's cheap, bro. Like you can get a family pack of 6 hot. I think like Jazz and I got like a
Damn.
family pack. It was like
Boy,
6
hitting
hot
them
dogs,
Shaboing
orange
boings
Shaboing
hard.
boings, 6 Shaboing boings, 2 bags of chips, 2 drinks, and it was like $13. So I was
not bad.
like,
Damn.
and the hot dogs are fucking banger.
Trip
So,
to San Marcos or what?
yeah, hot dogs on me, guys. Glizzies on
We gotta
me.
hit the Shaboing Boing stand.
What's that
bro.
song? That new song off of Metro Boomin's album, Clutching Glizzies with.
Oh, yeah. But anyways,
All right.
that wasn't my
we
question.
We should take a picture with the hot dogs and caption that on the podcast Twitter, Clutching Glizzies with the fellas. That would be nuts, bro. That would be
go crazy.
nuts.
That would go crazy.
All right, sorry, Jacob. Go ahead, sorry.
No, okay, it's fine. Again, we're having fun. Would you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh God.
No. No.
Or would it be a
I
sub?
mean,
Would it be a sub?
It's a hot dog. It's a hot
I
dog.
feel like
Hot
I
dog.
feel like it's just its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Hey,
Hot
we
dog.
got
But I mean,
our audience saying yes, it is a sandwich though. I don't.
oh
Like,
yeah,
you
who's-
eat a
who's the
sandwich.
audience?
You eat a sandwich
it's
like this.
Cade.
I don't eat my hot dog sideways.
Yeah.
But think about it. You go to Subway.
Yes, yes.
You don't
I
eat
know.
it like this.
I eat
I
it.
don't
I
turn
Whoa!
my sandwich up.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Hey, let's be real. You don't eat a hot dog like that
Whoa.
either.
How do you eat a hot dog?
Or the top.
Or what about like this? No.
Okay, no. Just get things spilled.
Oh no,
Okay.
you gotta, just
Okay, we don't need the we don't need
a
the
bottle, bro. We can use our imagination
in our hands, obviously.
in our hands. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it is not. It is of its own kind. It is a hot dog.
Now, quick
If
question:
It's not a sandwich. It's
Yeah.
a taco.
Is it a taco?
I mean,
It's not a taco.
It's a bread taco.
No, it's not.
I can see that. I can see that argument.
Look, there's always this valid argument.
yeah, I mean, it's just its own thing. A hot dog is a hot dog.
There's arguments for every one of them, but
Shaboing
no.
boing is a shaboing boing, right?
And Kyle is the third goat. So,
Yeah, he is.
Throw to kiss, go to kiss.
You
Oh
saw
my
that perfect form, bro. You
Yeah,
saw
that was
perfect
my
form.
sub. That was my foot long sub sandwich.
and the greatest thing
Yeah,
about it is
but-
like we had the
Damn.
we had the perfect view too. It
Yeah,
was just right down the two.
is what she sees.
Okay.
That's terrible. Oh.
Yeah, that was bad. I didn't realize it was like a perfect. Like that was legitimately perfect. Anyway, is there a part 2 to this?
There is. So kind of we're staying in the same realm, okay? Is cereal a soup?
Oh my God.
No,
No.
I'm gonna stay with it. No, it's of its own kind. It's different.
Yes, no, actually, yes, it is. It is.
I think my only argument that it's not is that soup 99% of the time is warm.
But it can be cold.
What cold soup is
Whoa.
there?
There's a
Who the
lot.
Fuck eats cold soup.
There's a lot of cold soups. I'll look it up. I don't
Like?
know. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Cold soups.
Cold soup.
Cucumber soup.
Okay,
Okay, but
on.
like-
Who the hell eats
Hold
that?
on. Hold on.
Who the
Hold on. Hold on.
fuck?
Do a
So that's
do like
just
a
cucumber
common one.
water.
If we're at dinner and if you fucking order a cucumber soup, I'm getting up and walking out.
Is it
Okay,
like
look on.
Straight
is it
up.
like clam
I'm
chowder or
fucking-
something?
Clam chowder is not cold.
Cade's saying some sort of chowder is served cold
Is it?
sometimes.
Gazpacho. Gazpacho.
I've heard that word, but I think I only heard that in the show Chowder.
It's a cold tomato soup. Gazpacho. It can be cold.
Well, maybe we need to
Yeah.
do a jacking around tries at some point, and we'll try some cold soup and see what we think.
I would rather not.
I'd
Yeah,
be
me
down.
too. It'd be
I'd
fun.
rather have something
Maybe
warm.
Yeah. I'm
Or
good.
like, yeah, I mean,
We should do food reviews.
Sicilian bean soup. Okay, nobody knows.
we could do a
Sicilian. Kate, get off of fucking Google, dude.
No, dude, Cade knows.
You're not coming up with these
No,
off of
he
your
knows.
dome.
He eats that
He's
regularly,
looking.
bro.
He's googling all of these. What are cold? So no, cereal's not a soup. It is cereal.
It's its own thing.
what do they call the things? Mukbangs? Do some of those. You know what
Oh,
I'm talking about.
where you're eating them.
You
Is that
disrespect
ASMR?
my people.
Whoa.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to do it in the entire, or he didn't try.
He just didn't put this
successfully did it.
emoji.
Yeah, if he'd put that, it'd have been perfect.
But
But
Oh, that was
Awesome,
like my
bitch.
favorite part of the World Baseball Classic is the Italians getting a hit and then like we'll look back and just go,
yeah, nope. Cereal is not a soup. It is cereal.
yeah, cereal.
I think there might be some sort of I agree it's not a soup because it's not warm. But there might be a word for cold soupy type things. I don't know.
Gazpacho.
Right.
Gazpacho.
And what? Cucumber soup? Who
Dude,
the
fuck
fuck
you.
eats
That's
that?
a real thing. It's a real thing.
I don't believe you. But
I'd rather eat glizzy water than
It's lazy water.
gazpacho.
okay.
Glizzy water soup.
I've seen videos where people turn into like ice cubes. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, they pour the hot
Oh.
dog water into. I do that. I should do that
Dog,
and invite all you guys over for
you
like a party or something. And just
That
You
might
don't-
be that
Oh,
might be
we are
fighting
fighting.
territory. Yeah.
We are fighting. Is hot dog
that'd be
water
fun.
tea? I
Oh
guess
God, no, it's not. What? No.
hot dog water could be tea. I
if you
mean,
put a tea bag in it,
You don't have to put a
but what
tea
if-
bag. You can just put
Yeah.
leaves. It just
that doesn't
comes
make
from
it
the
tea.
whatever.
That makes it leave. That makes it leavy hot dog water.
No, that's
Doesn't
not what I
make it a
mean.
tea. You can't make a tea without a tea bag.
Incorrect. People. I mean, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, how the fuck else you gonna make? You can't just turn fucking water into tea by. You can't Jesus this shit.
I don't know. If we have
Tea.
this Southern Jesus can turn water into sweet tea.
Sweet tea, man.
I think pretty sick.
Sugar cane, sweet iced tea.
There you go. So nice.
Cool. Are we all good?
Any
Alrighty,
any other
well,
foods I can think of that could potentially.
I can't. I can't think of a single one.
That's it. That's all good.
Well, just want to say, it's good talking to y'all as usual. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Or not see y'all in person. Pain. Can't wait to talk to y'all next week about all these fun topics we got going. It's always good to kind of get mind off things and just kind of sit down and bullshit with the boys for a couple hours. Thanks to all the people who are watching. Shout out all the people on YouTube that are gonna watch this. Y'all are the best. And yeah, hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's week. Welcome home and go Tigers.
Bye.